There are ancient structures in Japan that seem impossible. Massive megaliths, too heavy to move, underwater ruins no civilization could have built, and mysterious formations that defy logical explanation. Some of these structures predate known history, suggesting that a forgotten civilization, one that existed before a cataclysmic flood, may have once thrived in Japan. Were these structures built by lost engineers with unknown technology, or could they be remnants of something even more mysterious? Let's uncover the most baffling pre-flood structures in Japan that humans could never have built. Could Japan be hiding its own version of Atlantis? Off the coast of Okinawa, divers have discovered what appears to be the remains of an ancient sunken city, complete with paved roads, large archways, and complex stone foundations. This site spans a vast area, suggesting it was once a thriving city before being consumed by the ocean thousands of years ago. The strangest part? Some of the stone blocks appear to be perfectly cut and stacked, something no known civilization in Japan's history could have accomplished at the time. Some researchers believe the city could have belonged to the Jomon people, who lived over 12,000 years ago, yet even that timeline doesn't explain the level of precision in the stonework. Could this be evidence of an even older, forgotten civilization that met its doom in a prehistoric flood? Scattered across Takachiho Gorge in Miyazaki Prefecture are enormous stone formations, some weighing hundreds of tons, balanced in ways that defy explanation. Japanese mythology states this site is where the sun goddess Amaterasu once lived, but what if there's more to the story? Some researchers believe these stones weren't placed randomly, but were actually part of an ancient astronomical observatory, positioned to align with the stars long before modern Japanese civilization emerged. These stones have precise, unnatural cuts that don't match any typical weathering patterns, leading some to question if they were shaped using an unknown technology lost to history. Were these sacred megaliths built by humans, or something far beyond our understanding? Could a massive pyramid be hiding beneath a Japanese mountain? That's the theory surrounding Mount Tsurugi, a mysterious peak in Shikoku that some believe contains an ancient pyramid structure buried beneath its thick forests. Explorers claim to have discovered massive stone formations arranged in geometrically perfect patterns, and some even believe the mountain hides underground chambers filled with forgotten relics. Local legends say the mountain is sacred, and disturbingly, every serious excavation attempt has been abruptly stopped. Could this be an ancient tomb from a civilization wiped out by a great flood, or something being hidden beneath the surface that modern archaeologists aren't allowed to uncover? In Hyogo Prefecture, there exists a 500-ton monolith known as Ishi-no-Hoden, and it appears to be floating above the ground. The massive stone has been precisely carved with smooth, unnatural edges, yet no one knows exactly how or why it was created. Ancient legends say it was placed there by the gods, and looking at it, it's kind of hard to argue otherwise. No existing records explain how such an enormous stone was moved, let alone shaped with such precision. Could this be evidence of an ancient civilization with advanced stone cutting techniques that we don't understand? Or is it an out-of-place relic from a lost era before recorded history? Deep beneath the waters near Kagoshima, divers have discovered strange underwater ruins eerily resembling the mythical Ryugu, the Dragon King's palace from Japanese folklore. But what makes these ruins truly strange is that some of the structures appear to be stacked stone walls and pathways, suggesting they were intentionally built. If true, that would place their construction before the end of the last ice age, where sea levels were hundreds of feet lower. Could this have been part of an ancient coastal civilization wiped out by a prehistoric mega tsunami? In the Nara Prefecture, there is a giant 800-ton stone known as Masuda-no-Iwafune, and no one knows why it was built. Unlike other megaliths, this perfectly rectangular block has deep, symmetrical grooves carved into its surface, almost like it was part of a massive machine or advanced structure. There is no logical reason why ancient people would create something this massive just to leave it sitting in a field. Some believe it was an unfinished monument, but others suspect it was once part of a larger, pre-flood structure destroyed long ago. Scattered across Japan are hundreds of massive keyhole-shaped burial mounds known as Kofun Tombs, monuments so ancient that some predate Japan's earliest recorded history. These enormous earthen mounds, some stretching over 1,500 feet in length, are believed to house the remains of powerful rulers, yet their true origins remain a mystery. What makes them even more puzzling is that many of these tombs, especially the Daisen Kofun in Osaka, one of the largest burial sites in the world, are strictly off-limits to archaeologists. The Japanese Imperial Household Agency has long forbidden any excavation, citing respect for the supposed emperors buried within. However, this secrecy has fueled speculation that the Kofun may contain artifacts, writings, or even skeletal remains from a forgotten pre-flood civilization. Could these massive tombs hold the last remnants of an ancient society wiped out by a catastrophic event thousands of years ago? And if so, why has access to them been so tightly controlled? Until the day that they are fully explored, the true secrets of the Kofun tombs remain buried, perhaps for eternity. High on Mount Sengan, deep within the rugged terrain of Kagoshima, lies mysterious stone formations that bear an uncanny resemblance to a stepped pyramid, one that should not exist in Japan's recorded history. Unlike natural rock formations, these stones appear precisely arranged, with some researchers suggesting they could be the remains of an ancient megalithic structure, possibly a temple or a fortress. Local legends speak of a powerful kingdom that once ruled this land, only to be wiped out by a great flood that swallowed its civilization whole. Could these ruins be the last traces of a forgotten empire, one that thrived before a prehistoric catastrophe altered the landscape forever? What makes this site even more intriguing is the lack of excavation or really any official study. Like many of Japan's ancient sites, access is restricted and few detailed investigations have ever been conducted. Some believe the Japanese government or local authorities may already know more than they let on, raising questions about what might be hidden beneath the overgrown ruins. Is this place merely a geological anomaly, or could it be one of the last remaining pieces of a lost civilization that existed before recorded time? Until more extensive studies are allowed, its secrets will remain locked within the mountain's stone walls. Near Hachijo Island, a submerged ruin has been discovered featuring what appears to be man-made walls, staircases, and roads. This mysterious structure challenges history. Who built it, and how did it end up beneath the ocean? Some theorists believe it was part of an ancient maritime culture that existed long before the rise of modern Japan. What if there was a massive pyramid hidden beneath the ocean? One so perfectly shaped that experts couldn't agree on whether it was man-made or a natural phenomenon. That's exactly the mystery surrounding the Yonaguni Monument, a gigantic terraced stone structure sitting 80 feet beneath the water off the coast of Yonaguni Island. Discovered in 1986, this massive formation features perfectly straight edges, razor-sharp corners, and symmetrical steps resembling a lost ziggurat swallowed by the sea. Some researchers claim it's the remnant of an ancient civilization that existed over 10,000 years ago, while others argue it's a freak of nature. But here's where things get stranger. The monument is aligned with the summer solstice, just like the pyramids of Egypt, suggesting astronomical knowledge far beyond what was thought possible for prehistoric Japan. Was this a temple, a fortress, or proof of an ancient advanced society wiped out by rising sea levels? Japan is home to some of the world's most mysterious, unexplained structures, many of which defy human ability and challenge everything we know about history. Were they built by an ancient advanced civilization lost to time, or is there something even stranger at play?